All DAs are built differently, and if you're looking for a DA that gets the job done quicker than any other sander, this is it. The National Detroit DAQ with a 5-inch pad or 6-inch pad. In my opinion, these are the fastest, most aggressive DAs available, and this is the quiet version. The reason is a unique wobble effect, allowing the sanding pad to rise and fall for an aggressive, interrupted contact. The pad sort of bounces a little bit. Since the pad is always changing plane, the abrasive doesn't load or heat up. Again, this DA's unique drive geometry results in a slight wobble, and the pad is always changing plane, as opposed to this type where it stays completely flat. This DA's throw or orbit is 3/8 inch, and this one is 3/16. We'll test both of these using sandpaper from TEMU. Using a National Detroit does take a bit of getting used to because it does bounce. So let me see if I can show you that. See that little bit of bounce? Now, once you get used to it, it's okay. And again, the pad is not completely flat on the surface. It's wobbling a little bit, so that allows the dust to get out from underneath there. And so once you get used to it, you're able to use just the right amount of pad to keep it nice and smooth. We'll time both of these sanders doing the same amount of work and see which one's faster. First, the National Detroit. Here's how long that took. And now for the completely flat sanding Diros 550 with the same grit, and I keep messing up with the timer. Well, we'll give it one more try right here. And here's the time on that. That test wasn't perfect, but hopefully you can see one DA was a little bit more aggressive than the other. And here's the two up close. This is the Merca and this is the National Detroit. And you can see the scratches are a little bit longer and more aggressive on the National Detroit. This again is the DAQ, or the quiet version, and the air exits underneath the cap right here, so I don't think it really matters if you have the pad on or off, the volume. So let's give that a try. And this, I don't think they make it anymore, but this was the louder version. It's actually best to have both types of DAs. This one with the longer throw and more aggressive attack is great for feather edging, and this one with the shorter throw is great for detail sanding, and the fact that it stays on plane and nice and flat is good for block sanding. Obviously my tests were not the most revealing or accurate, but I do know when I need sanding done quickly and aggressively, I always reach for the old National Detroit DAQ. Finally, if you're looking for quality DA paper at a reasonable price, check out TEMU. That's TEMU online. I hope you enjoyed this brief video on the secret wobble or bounce of the National Detroit DAQ. If you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.